All right, Vikings fans, take a deep breath. It's a tough pill to swallow, but let's be blunt. The Minnesota Vikings have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. The dream is dead for 2025. With the Chicago Bears securing a dominant victory over the Cleveland Browns this afternoon, our fate was sealed early in Week 15. For those of us holding on to hope, even if it was just a thread, that hope has now unraveled. But here's the kicker. While the immediate sting of elimination hurts, this news fundamentally shifts the entire focus for the remainder of the season, and honestly, for the future of this franchise. Let's rewind for a moment to understand just how complex and improbable this playoff path was. We talked about it earlier this week, and the list of ifs and buts was astronomical. The Vikings needed so many things to break their way, a cascade of victories and losses across the league, just to consider making the big dance. Heading into Week 15, we were looking at scenarios where a Browns win over the Bears gave us a mere 2% chance, rising incrementally with other teams beating our NFC rivals. Rams over Lions, 3%. Packers over Bears in Week 16, 6%. Steelers over Lions, a more hopeful 19%. By Week 18, with the Lions beating the Bears, we could have hit 81% if we won all our games and if all that help materialized. But all those ifs are now for naught. The Browns' abysmal performance against the Bears, a crushing 31-3 defeat, ensured that none of that potential help would arrive. Cleveland never looked competitive, making our early elimination painfully obvious. It wasn't a dramatic finish. It was a slow, agonizing realization throughout the early games that our season was effectively over. That feeling of powerlessness, watching other teams decide our destiny, is never easy. So what now? The calendar hasn't even flipped to January, and the Vikings have nothing to play for beyond the first week of next year. This is where the narrative pivots dramatically. All eyes, and I mean all eyes, are now squarely fixed on one man, J.J. McCarthy. His development, his growth, and his performance in these remaining 4 games are no longer just supplemental storylines. They are the story. For weeks, we've discussed the balance between winning now and building for tomorrow. Now that balance has tilted decisively. Fans might naturally prefer their team to win, and the players and coaches certainly will try. But from a long-term strategic perspective, the most important thing is no longer the final score on the scoreboard. It's about what McCarthy shows us and what draft position we secure. Think back to his Week 14 performance against the Commanders, a genuine breath of fresh air. We saw glimpses of the talent, the composure, and the potential that made him a top pick. That's what we need to see more of. Each snap, each drive, each decision he makes in these upcoming games is a crucial data point for the coaching staff and front office. Does he continue to show promise? Does he learn from mistakes? Can he consistently elevate the play of those around him? This is his proving ground, an unexpected opportunity to showcase his development without the immense pressure of a playoff race. Concurrently, Vikings fans will be monitoring the NFL draft position. Currently, we're likely to land somewhere in the neighborhood of the 10th overall pick. This is a sweet spot, well within range to grab a top-tier prospect in the 2025 NFL draft class, whether it's an elite offensive lineman, a game-changing pass rusher, or perhaps even another high-upside offensive weapon to pair with McCarthy. The dynamic here is interesting. Losses, while painful in the short term, mean a better draft pick. And if those losses are coupled with strong developmental showings from J.J. McCarthy, then it truly is a win-win for the long-term health of the franchise. Of course, Kevin O'Connell and the team aren't going to roll over. They're professionals, and they'll always play to win. Stacking up a few wins could generate vital momentum heading into the 2026 season. The range of their potential draft pick isn't wide enough to justify deliberately losing, but it does mean that the sting of a defeat might be slightly softened by the thought of better draft capital. So the playoff dream is over. The immediate goal of hoisting a Lombardi is deferred. But out of the ashes of this season's disappointment rises a new, compelling narrative. It's the story of J.J. McCarthy, forging his path, proving his worth, and demonstrating why he's the future. It's also the story of strategic positioning, of securing the best possible talent to complement our young quarterback through the NFL draft. This period, painful as it is absolutely critical for the Vikings' long-term success. Now, I want to hear from you, the fans. Which outcome would make you happier over these final 4 weeks? A few meaningless wins, or continued strong development from J.J. McCarthy, even if it means a higher draft pick? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're a true Vikings fan, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for all the latest breaking news and analysis, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update as we navigate this pivotal offseason. Skol!